Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Ohio Valley Real Estate Reports. My name is Johnny Kazumka, broadcasting live from our Ohio Valley or St. Clairsville, Ohio office studio. We got a crowded studio today with Kayla Pender and Lindsay Maynard. So, anyways, today we're going to be talking about how to get a real estate license, the endeavor involved, all the classes, and at the end of this, potentially how you can get a free real estate license with our exciting new program that we're going to get into. So, thank you for being on the podcast. And
Thanks for having us.
so, Kayla, you're the newest agents, one of the newest agents in our office. So, any, insight on your experiences and what it was like to, tell us about your journey here?
Yeah. So it took me a little while to get my license. Once I got started, I was super nervous, super scared. Of course, you're jumping into a new career. But I think I've had a really strong team. All of you guys here have been so helpful in answering all my questions, and I'm constantly knocking on people's doors and asking questions. But it's been stressful. It is a stressful job, but it's so rewarding at the same time. It's so awesome to close on a property and see the smiling faces of your clients that you've helped guide through and help them make one of the biggest decisions of their lives. So I really think that it's an awesome and rewarding career.
Yeah, I agree. And Lindsay, you're a seasoned vet at this point. Geez, but you first started with our team and was part of this, and now you're kind of the main educators in our brokerage, and you're the driving force with a lot of people and helping them get started in their career. So, how was your experience when you first started? And
Yeah, so I joined the Connors group pretty quickly because I needed some guidance, and you were one who really mentored me a lot in the beginning. And I appreciate that because it is scary at first. Even everything is new, and this isn't like another job where you go in and you train every day from 9 to 1 or anything like that. So having that mentor and having that mentorship and leadership and guidance, I think, is really important. And because I needed that in the beginning, and I got lucky, with you having that and having some guidance, I just saw that was really necessary in the business here, and wanted to be able to lend a helping hand for other new agents going forward, because it's a really rewarding job. But yeah, it can be scary at first, and having somebody to kind of guide you, hold your hand, and tell you we've all been there, and it makes it easier.
Givers gain. So in my experience, that's exactly how I started. I started actually with a different brokerage, and not speaking ill of that brokerage, but I didn't have as much support. And Scott Connors from the Connors group had brought me over to Harvey Goodman, recruited me, and saying, hey, brought me on initially as a buyer's agent, and then we've developed a partnership, and it's been night and day ever since. The continuing education, the treatments. Basically, I always tell people Harvey Goodman trains people so well that they can go anywhere in the world. They can be successful at any other brokerage they want to go to, but they never want to leave because they're treated so well. So it's the best place on earth.
Yeah.
So as far as our partnership program, we just announced this not even more than a couple weeks ago. It's actually been in the process for several months, but we are now partnering with Calibri School of Real Estate. And what this partnership is, it's a reimbursement plan. So if you are thinking of a career change, if you want to get into the real estate world, you can go online now and take any number of online courses. It's not exactly truly difficult to get a real estate license. I mean, the test is hard at times, but the process is relatively easy. Go sign up for your courses, pass your courses, and get sponsored by a broker, right? There's a lot of in between there. I'm oversimplifying it, but there's a lot of upfront charges. Yeah. Right now, I think with the state of Ohio, for Honduras College, which is one of the bigger colleges in the state, it's about $1,600 to get licensed. If you were looking to start that, our partnership now will reduce that by a third. It's a 33% reduction in price to get started. And Harvey Goodman will reimburse you with your commissions. You'll get a 100% commission split to reimburse your license. So basically, you go and get started, you get licensed, have Harvey Goodman sponsor you, and then get to work, and you're going to it's how you get a free real estate license. Yeah. There's no other broker that I know of that's doing a partnership like this. So it's brand new. Call either myself, Kayla, Lindsay, if you have any questions, and we'll gladly guide you through that process.
Yeah.
But
I think that's something that a lot of new agents are unaware of too, is the initial investment in getting into real estate. You know, the classes, and then once you have your classes, have your license, that licensure, and just getting started with your marketing. We also offer a lot of free marketing getting started, business cards, and just what we do within the company ourselves. Even Johnny in your podcast,
Well, yeah, we're our office door. I know it's closed now, but it's never fully closed.
Yeah.
Anybody can knock and ask myself a
Absolutely.
question. This business, I've always said it, that sharks are born swimming, and it's very competitive. And it seems counterintuitive that we want to train our agents to be so successful. But I've always said that your success helps bloom my success, and if I can bounce ideas and things off of you as a company, and I've never felt threatened here where I was ever alone, if that makes sense.
Right.
And
Right.
that's important because,
Yeah.
it's a huge.
None of us, not even the best agent, maybe not even Lainey Ross, could handle the entire business of the market here.
Oh yeah.
And so there's plenty of business to go around. I've always just really appreciated the team setting more than the competition. So
Yeah.
And we have someone with the emoji. I don't know if that's Beth, but it says Facebook user on our TV. But thank you for waving, or is it clapping? I can't tell, but yeah, thank you.
cheering us on. That's what we do here.
I think you're commenting on our Ohio Valley houses for sale. It's a private group, so I can't see your name, but welcome to the podcast. So I guess tell me about we already know your endeavor of getting your license and how you got started. How is your business? What would you liken it to, I guess, from your past career or your past work? What's it like being a real estate agent?
Oh, geez, it's completely different. So I've always worked, not necessarily a 9-to-5 job, but it's one thing to show up to work, do what you got to do, and go home. You're done with your day. Real estate, we don't get that.
No.
It's almost a 24/7 job. We're constantly getting text, phone calls, emails. We always have business that has to be conducted. We have to make sure that we keep organized and keep everything together so that we know what we're doing, because it's easy to get lost in what you're doing. So it's definitely completely different. But I enjoy that I can work my own schedule and plan my own day. And, there's spur-of-the-moment showings that pop up, but, it's totally worth it. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, and hold on a second. We got a little bit of a bug on screen here. You guys are doing great, Johnny. Always happy to see you sharing your knowledge and helping others. Well, thank you. It's undeserving high praise. It's sharing your knowledge, Kaylin and Lindsay here. I'm not sure why that is blurbed on the screen the way that it is, but it should go away here in a couple minutes. Anyways, there's no career like it. Once you get to be, I've always told people it takes 5 years to become an overnight success, and in this industry, that's certainly no exception. It's always great to be able to say that you can make your own schedule. You're an independent contractor. If the reward is you get back what you put in. So people that actually take their business seriously and that focus on that and growth, those are the ones that typically get the business, and it's earned, right? It's not something that people are just
Yeah, I told Kayla a lot when she was coming in. It's like the snowball effect, rolling down the hill. It starts with one little flake, and then each one compiles, and then here you find yourself 4 or 5 years later with a really successful business if you've put the time in. So
Sure.
Right.
So I'm trying to think of, I guess, other tidbits of information about getting started. And give me 1 second. I'm going to switch the stream to be right back. I'm going to try and clear this real quick. Okay, there we go. It's getting cleared. I'm not sure what that did that. I've never seen that before. But as far as other tidbits of information on it, there's all these different processes. Like you can get to the finish line no matter usually a dozen different ways. We've tried to streamline this so easy that we even have it set up that you can come to the office and sit here and take your own online self-paced courses. We have the books available for you. You can sit at this office. We have our own special dedicated room actually that if you're here and you have questions, you can just hop out, talk to me or anybody else or anybody in the office. It's almost like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but you have your unlimited amount of lifelines. So as you're preparing and as you're getting ready to take your exams, if you have any questions, if you're really struggling with something, just pick your head out, knock on someone's door and say, hey, what can I do? And from that point on, once you pass, we're going to build you up to the point where you are successful. We reinvest into our agents continuously because that's what makes the company thrive. And as the company thrives, we thrive.
Right.
Standing from someone who's been at different brokerages and other companies, that's not always the case, but it's critically important as a new agent because it's tough to survive without.
absolutely, yeah.
I think it's really good that you guys offer that they can come into the office too, because it allows them to see what it's like to feel like being part of the business too, being part of the company, being part of the team, and to see the help that they're going to be able to get that's right around the corner at all times, so that it'll make them feel a little bit more comfortable about joining in too, because it's terrifying joining in for sure.
You're starting to make those connections, and then also just seeing how other real estates or real estate agents operate and how they act, even how they talk to clients. I sat out by Lainey and Karen a lot, in the beginning, just listening to them talk to their clients, brought me a little bit of sense of ease and learned a lot of knowledge just hearing those conversations. So
yeah, and I've always said it too, as a real estate agent, as a realtor, every day I wake up, I'm unemployed. I might have several under contract, but I have to go find new clients, new contracts, new everything every single day, because if I don't, my family doesn't eat, and then, well, I'm out of business. Right. So it's a very kind of chaotic whirlwind that it's in. But you're right, being around people that I call them the initiated. As the industry gets disrupted by X, Y, and Z, or something happens during a seasonal adjustment, whatever it is, those that are initiated, if you stay around them and you say, okay, they're not freaking out and they've been in this business for the last 20 years. Right. Okay, maybe I should take a step here and learn just from, you don't have to talk to them, but just by observing people. It's critically important. So, again, it's good advice. So.
I agree.
But any other questions or anything else that you guys can think of?
Nope.
I'm trying to think of.
I wish that this schooling stuff was going on when I got my license.
Well, yeah. Maybe we can retroactively see if. We get the other perk to this is continuing education. Actually, I just thought of that. Once you get your real estate license, there are requirements for continuing education. So the state's going to force you to do 30 hours usually, or is it 33 or 30 hours?
I think it's 30 every 3 years in Ohio.
Oh, every 3 years. Yeah.
See, I need continuing education on continuing education.
But then you have your 10-hour post licensure immediately after getting your license in that first year. So you get 30% discount through us.
So
for
even
continuing education.
Correct. So once you join with Harvey Goodman, not only are we going to pay for your upfront reimbursement to obtain your license, but then when you are required to continue with your education, because it never stops, you also get the benefit of this partnership. So even you now. So while it didn't exist for your preliminary license, you do get to be you do have the benefit of continuing ed. So, all right. Well, I think we can end the stream here. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for the comments.
Reach out if you have any questions. We're always available.
We're all here.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.
See ya.